Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmi Pynk, and I literally just got up. Yes, I'm sleeping on my couch right now. That's neither here nor there. This ain't really about me. Um, so I just woke up late in the afternoon, and I kind of have a routine of when I wake up, whenever that time may be, and it's usually get some YouTube videos going just so that there's some background noise, because I do live in an apartment building. I don't be wanting to hear everybody else's shit when I wake up. Usually I compile a small list of YouTube videos, just enough that I can get up, move around, smoke my first cigarette, go to the bathroom, get some coffee, all that shit. I'm sure I ain't the only person that does that. So usually when I do that, I get my videos set up, and I then go to Google to see what's in the news. And I literally, my heart dropped to see that Juice WRLD died, and he just turned 21 last week. A couple of things is I hate to see anybody die before their time. Secondly, this may have hit very close to home because my own niece just turned 21 2 or 3 weeks ago. No, about 2. So, that hit me very, very hard. And my pink ladies and T-birds to rock with me, they know, like, I've just been having a badass year anyway. But yeah, I have, I feel a way about that. Plus, it seems to be, to me, hip hop seems to be a genre because of a lot of times rappers, artists, MCs, rap/singers, a lot of times, especially our young men are coming from a violent lifestyle that they sometimes don't leave. So hip hop for many, many years has been the genre that happens the most. With Juice WRLD, it's my understanding that he had a seizure. That does concern me because I am wondering if it is an overdose. Because I don't know much, and because like this has just really started getting reported about 3 hours ago, like the details are not really there. But it just hurts me to see a young person pass away early, especially one that seems to have been an artist on the rise. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I was a fan of his music. I wasn't. But just because I wasn't a fan of his music doesn't mean I wasn't very respectful of the moves that he was making, and very proud. I'm just going to blatantly say this. I'm very proud of anybody that actually makes it in the hip hop world, because that is something that at one point in time in my life I wanted to do. So it hurts me to see that this young man passed away. Some other things that make it a little uncomfortable for me. It makes it uncomfortable for me because the music that I have heard him on. We all know Lucid Dreams. Every YouTube music reviewer, and I don't consider myself to be a music reviewer, okay? I would like to say I'm a pop culture reviewer, but most people know me for reviewing drag. Like Drag Race, Dragula, that type of shit. But I'm very, very, very into pop culture, period, and especially hip hop. And it bothers me, and maybe also it's because of my age, because I was there to see the whole Kurt Cobain thing. you have to sometimes pay attention when somebody's art and the music they put out seems to have a theme of depression. Seems to have a theme of drug use to deal with that depression. See, the thing is in this day and age, I understand. It took me a while to have to understand. It was really, again, this is why this is so close and this is bothering me so much, because my own niece just turned 21. And it took for me to watch her grow to now be like an adult of legal age to say, you know what, this isn't my generation. This happens all the time, where the older generation thinks the younger generation's music is trash. And yes, I still do. But, you know, it's a different sound, it's a different style, and I respect that. But something that I have noticed through all music genres is pay attention to people's lyrics. Like, he seemed so heartbroken. The music that I heard, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I wasn't a fan. I'm more so just really, really hurt that this young man is not here no more. When he was destined to actually do some really great things in his life. I mean, he's already, you know, #2 on the Billboard on his first single, like, you know, and we know those numbers is a little bit different now, but that's still an accomplishment. And when I was reading it, they said he had made like 25 songs that had been on like the top 200 Billboard. Like, that's really great. He could have been on his way to be one of the next great names. And it just really saddens me. And because they said it was a seizure, I shouldn't just assume, but this whole drug culture that's going on in these kids' hip hop, and yes, I am going to say these kids because I'm 20 years older than Juice WRLD. The drug culture in these kids' music, I'm not sure how many of these people started doing these drugs and stuff because they heard it in the song. And we can all say, like, it's not to blame. And to a certain point, it's not. You do have to parent. Even when your kids are over 18, you still have to parent. But I know when I was younger, I'm not going to say rap music made me drink or smoke weed. Being a rapper and that shit coming so easy and free definitely did. But I do know, like, they were mentioning like certain brands. I was never the person, I never like really liked Hennessy all like that. But definitely when Jay-Z and them said, "Ooh, here's Belvedere vodka," I was like, I drink vodka. And then I wanted to have bottles of Belvedere, you know. So I'm not going to sit here and say that that is not an influence to young people that's listening to their music. And that's for any genre. But right now I'm talking about hip hop, because a young rising star in hip hop is dead. And he didn't kill nobody. Didn't nobody kill him. He didn't snitch on nobody. Because, see, we've been hearing about all this Tekashi 6ix9ine and XXS Tentacion with 2-minute songs, or YMB Melly. These people that I really ain't never fucking heard of. But Juice WRLD actually crossed over. I didn't hear Lucid Dreams on the Urban station. I heard him on the Top 40 station. He crossed over. And it's just, that's not the news you want to wake up to. Like, you know, you don't want to wake up to any celebrity dying, especially if it's somebody that you're a fan of. But because of his age and because of his musical content, and also because his name is going around a lot right now because people are doing their worst of 2019 lists. So YouTube is also showing people's worst of 2018 lists and 17 lists. And I didn't heard the word Juice WRLD. I didn't heard his name so very much over the past week, watching people's recap of the year videos. And I forget, in the new song Robbery, that's on everybody's list, he just sounds so heartbroken. And that concerns me because I feel like one genre of music that doesn't mention mental illness and depression and PTSD and these things as often as they should is hip hop. And now we just lost another young brother before his career really could even get started like that. Like, he was just getting on. And he's not here anymore. And I'm sorry to assume, because you shouldn't, but because I've seen it happen before. Some of y'all that's probably his age that may be watching this, y'all haven't really seen it. Well, y'all have. Lil Peep. Y'all have Mac Miller. Even though Mac Miller's body of work was not really all depressing, but he also had Longer on This Earth, and it hurt me when those artists died too. But I never really listened to Lil Peep. Mac Miller didn't always sound like that. He was actually very, very talented. Not to say Juice WRLD wasn't, because obviously you had some talent. But like, I just wasn't expecting to wake up and see that. And I was just like, this young man, like, you know, you can be on people's worst list, but you can't be on people's worst list unless people is paying attention to you and paying attention to your song. And obviously, for people to know the songs, that means people have been listening to the songs, and there's people that like them. I'm one of those rare birds that, like, every year it's at least 2 songs on the worst list that I was like, oh, that's my shit. But like, I feel like that needs to be a discussion in hip hop, and am I gonna be the lone route to do that? No, because I'm not a big enough YouTuber. I'm not a celebrity, and it don't really fucking matter. It matters to my pink ladies and my T-birds. It matters to the people on my channel. But we've talked about mental illness on my channel. And not to compare the young man to Kurt Cobain musically, but I do get it. And, you know, even like seeing and talking with like interviews with Juice WRLD, he just never seemed happy. He always seemed really, really heartbroken in the music and everything else. And sometimes we listen to these things and we could think because people are celebrities, whether it be A, B, C, or D list celebrities, we think because they're celebrities that they're okay. And sometimes those red flags are in their art. A lot of the times it is. So I say that to say this: rest in peace, Juice WRLD. You were gone too soon from the zeitgeist, from music, from this world, because I don't think anybody should pass away at 21 years old. You are just really starting to come into your own. You haven't even fully formed as an adult yet at 21. And it just hurts because you hate to see it. Especially it's around the holidays. You have to think about like his family. Like, it's hard enough to lose somebody anyway, that young around the holidays. And I don't know much background around his life. This music might have been something to change his life. And oftentimes, for most artists, unless they were already rich or legacy artists, that's most people's case. Doing the music damn near probably saved his life. Definitely, he was getting a lot of dark emotion out through his music, which I can relate to. But I don't know, man. I didn't even plan on doing the video today, and if I was going to do one, it wasn't going to be about this. I got these motherfuckers telling me that they hate my NF review. I don't give a shit. I didn't do it for you. But with that being said, you know, some people's worst lists are not going to be out yet. And this is not the same situation as XXX, where they were like, well, he died and he was young, but he may have been kind of a douchebag because he may have beat his woman. You know what I mean? Or that was 2017. 2018 was Tekashi's music sucks, but he may be a rotten person because he was in a video with an underage child and now he's in jail and he's snitching on everybody. This is different. So I'm curious to see, because the song Robbery has already been on about 3 different people's worst list of the year. So I'm curious to see how they're going to handle this, because unfortunately this is the 3rd year in a row that we have to talk about a young artist. And last year I believe it was XXXTentacion. Was a little peeps. We talk about this every year now in hip hop, and that's sad, and I think we need to pay attention to that. Something is going on with the young people and music. And when everybody's music is always sad, or it's always them talking about drugs and it's them on them, not selling them, which is a whole other thing in itself, but that's not ever going away, because hip hop has always been the report of the street that y'all ain't hearing on the news. So you're always going to hear drugs in rap music. Let's not say that's always going to be a thing. That's going to be a constant. It was from the beginning. But yeah, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. My sympathies to his family, his loved ones, his fans, because he obviously had fans. Like, you don't get the number 2 on the Billboard off of a song that was supposed to be on your mixtape. That you got the definition wrong, and it still was that big of a hit. He has fans, and it's just unfortunate. And I don't know, this morning, like I said, it could be because my own niece just turned 21. It could be because I've kind of been in a permanent depression since about March of this year. It's just sad, and I just feel like this is a conversation that needs to be had about mental illness within hip-hop artists. You think because they talk about money, or they appear to have money, that they don't have a mental issue. And I really feel sad, because I really think it's going to come out that he had a seizure because he OD'd. I really, deep down in my heart, feel like that's what happened. And especially at that age. Not to say it can't happen, but at 21 years old, you should be so goddamn healthy. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Like, I literally haven't even started coffee yet. Like, I literally just got up and saw that and just was like, I kind of just want to express my thoughts on it. Like, this ain't even for like views or anything like this. This is just me getting my depressive feelings out, and my feelings with my anxiety out, because to see that, like, it really just, it took over my whole spirit. Because you don't want to see somebody that young go. And as artists, you should mature. So he had a good ear. I will say that. He had a good ear. And I'm sure that he would have been around a little bit longer. And he may have been an artist, and he may have gotten to the point where he would have talked about these things. And maybe not. We can't speculate, but he's gone. And you just hate to see it. Especially when the last couple rappers that died or have been in the news, they've already been kind of violent people. I never heard any of that from Juice WRLD. And like I said, I could be wrong, because I'm not really super familiar with his body of work. I just know the songs that I know. It's just very, 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 very unfortunate, and that made my heart break. It really did. It really, really did. But I know I'm verbose, and this is a big, long-ass 20-minute video. So we just gonna call this a vlog, because I'm not doing no credits or nothing like that, and I'm not advertising this shit or nothing like that, or telling y'all to go to all the rest of the other shit, because I'm just really just stuck and I'm gonna try to drink some coffee and move on with my day. But this shit really fucking hurt me. And I honestly believe it's just the sheer, it feels like Kurt Cobain all over again, to be perfectly honest with you. But because we should have heard it in his lyrics. He obviously wasn't happy. But so young. So young. And that's sad. But I'm gonna go. Keep it crazy. Deuces.